What is poppin'? We're taking a look at C3.AI. Now, there's a few different reasons why I like the looks of this. From a technical perspective, we have a stock that's been consolidating for like well over a year now in an orderly fashion. So when I say orderly, it's forming some sort of pattern, rectangle, wedge, inverse head and shoulders, some sort of a bubble butt bottom, launch pad type of thing, right? Overall, patterns that like tend to develop those types of patterns over long periods of time at the lower end of a price range. So, for example, I'm talking about AI was once $178 stock and it's sitting now right around $28. It's at the lower end of its price range and it's developing this massive pattern. So, these are setups I like a lot because I think they're due for a mean move to the upside, right? There's a plethora of different examples we could use. Let's look at LMND, right? LMND, Lemonade. It's been performing the past 3 weeks exceptionally well. Um, Again, similar thing, long base, right? It's in this massive base. It has like a double bottom pattern here around $10. It spends an extra long period of time, right? From October 2023 up until like around, let's say, October 2024. That's around a year going pretty much sideways, stuck in a range. If you look at, what's another name we could look at, right? Even if you look at like a Galaxy Digital Holdings, where it has like this long period of time developing some sort of pattern, right? It's orderly. If you look at it, steadily creating higher lows. And this happens for a long period of time, right? Just around a year. You start to look at these patterns and they start to give you the hint of what's to come. You look at PLTR, right? PLTR has this long inverse head and shoulders pattern. Again, if you look at it from its very bottom, spends over a year in that range. Now, when we go back to AI, what I like about it is it hit a bottom and then it had, let's call it 6 months of great performance in 2023, right? So the bottom of $10 goes up as high as $44, right? If you held that long, that's like a 300% trade. That's a great opportunity. It then takes this long year of going sideways and developing, right? And right now, in my opinion, it's forming some sort of falling wedge pattern, you could say, right? Whether you want to draw it up like this, whether you want to draw it up kind of like the triangle. I think either way is pretty pretty similar. You could even draw it more like straight like this, whatever you like, whatever your bias um, likes. But let's say it's this sort of pattern. I think this is hinting to us that like whether it's in the next few weeks or months, that there's going to be a significant price rediscovery, you could say, similarly to this push to the upside or that push to the upside, right? So that's kind of the breakdown I have here on AI. I like the looks of it. Right now, we're seeing a lot of crypto perform extremely well. I think at some point, some people are going to rotate, profits into opportunities like AI, right? AI is still, if you think of it long term, it'll be, excuse me, more useful than Google, right? Companies are going to want to look for AI solutions to a lot of their problems, make things a little bit more automated, etc. Right? So I think a company like this, a stock like this, that's getting the setup here, is a good opportunity. So I think this wedge or this triangle over time can give us a decent go at a potential, right? Like where we have seen the stock kind of stall before is right here in this range. I think going back into that $50 area, 40 to $50 zone is something that's not too crazy, right? We can get a breakout to the upside, something like this, where maybe we stall again for quite a bit, right? Now, I'm going to bring up the PLTR chart, and if you look at PLTR, it'll it's had a few periods of consolidation, but the overall uptrend is fully started, and it's now just from May 2023 up until now has gone 700%. Okay. So when we go and look at AI, I think there's a world where we see something similar for AI where, a potential run back to 50, a consolidation period to follow, and maybe a potential move towards 80 to 100 is possible here, right? Anything could really happen, especially with, Trump as the president. It's a lot more bullish environment in the equity space. You have global liquidity also, I believe it's at all-time highs, right? So this 4-year cyclical cycle of liquidity globally, we're in a time where, you know, money's being printed. The opportunity is here to kind of put the risk on. So I do think in a matter of time, we'll see a stock like AI performing really well. So that's the breakdown. Peace.